Welcome everybody to our Green Acres. The first thing I want to show y'all is this beautiful wall pocket mailbox that I found at Goodwill. Now somebody has already painted it, and they painted it, like you can see, gray, and they have put some florals in it. This was $4.99. Well, it actually had 2 stickers on it, so I'm not sure if I paid $3.99 or $4.99. Now I just went over it with some white linen chalk paint. I spray painted the metal bottom to make it easier. And now I'm going to take some black IOD ink and I'm going to ink up my little ink pad. Now I'm going to use my favorite stamp, these little birds. These I'll have linked below, but they are in my Amazon store. They are very budget friendly. They don't cost, I think they're less than $10. And I'm going to put these on the mailbox. I always like to go around my stamps once I ink them up with a little baby wipe just to wipe off any excess ink. Now I'm going to put it down on the mailbox. You just always want to hold it down really well so it doesn't move around, and you just want to make sure it adheres to your base really good. Now I'm going to let this dry, and I think this turned out so pretty. Now I can add some florals and some beautiful greenery to it. Now I'm going to show y'all a project that will be free if you have these items already on hand. You just need some cardboard boxes, and I'm going to use these two. This is hopefully something that we always have on hand. You can pick these up sometimes, you know, at the store, or if you get online purchases, save your boxes. You just want to go in, remove any tape and also any of the labels, and then we're just going to get started using some hot glue, and now just go around and secure down your tabs of your box using hot glue. This will give your box some really good structure. Now I've done a video in the past making some cardboard boxes and upcycling them, and I am still using them to this day in my craft room. I made them real shabby chic. I painted them, added some graphics to them, and y'all, I still have these out. They are very durable, and I store things in them, and they are also very pretty to look at. So I thought, why not? Let's make some more cardboard boxes. I love making home decor budget friendly, and this right here you can't get much more budget friendly. Once I got it all glued down, now we've got a great base and good box to work with. Now I'm just going to go over it with a couple of coats of white linen chalk paint. Now you can go over it and kind of whitewash it, because you do want to make it look distressed, because what we're going for is to make it look like a wood box. Now I applied my paint, let it dry, and then I went around it with some sandpaper. Now using Canva, and I don't know if you're familiar with Canva, but this is the graphics design platform that I use for my YouTube videos, but it is a free to use application. You just go out to their website, and they have a lot of things that are free, and you can, you know, actually design graphics yourself. And I will leave a link to Canva down below. But I just created this graphic right here, and I'll also put the font that I used down with the website, and I just printed it on some tissue paper. And I will show you how I printed this in just a minute in the upcoming project. But you just basically just tape your tissue paper on a piece of printer paper, run it through your printer, and print out your graphic that you designed. And it's that easy. You just want to cut around the tissue paper, get your graphic cut out, and now we're going to apply it to the box using some DIY liquid patina, but you can also use Mod Podge. Now I like to work side to side. I like to, you know, do one side, get it applied really well, and you want to go over it and work down your decoupage medium really well on the top of it and on the bottom, and just go over it. And I like using a sponge for this, and that way I can work out any bubbles or any wrinkles, and just go over it. And once this dries, this looks like the graphic is just made on to your project. Now we've got a great piece that we can display for spring and summer, and we can add some really pretty florals and greenery. Now I'm going to take the next box that I had. I did the same thing to it. I just removed the tape and the labels, and I went around and glued down all my tabs. Now I painted it white like I did the other one, and this graphic right here I downloaded from the Graphics Fairy, and I will have it linked down below. But I also printed it on the tissue paper, and you just want to go around, just cut it out, and I'm going to apply it using DIY liquid patina. And now we look like we've got a really pretty little shabby chic wood crate that we can display florals in. You want to go over the whole thing with your decoupage medium and let it dry. And once you let it dry, now we've got a great piece that we can display that we made out of a cardboard box. Now to take away from that cardboard look at the top, that perforated look, just go around with your glue gun, just kind of work it down in there and work it apart, and then apply hot glue down there, pinch it together, and that way it won't be so perforated, and that way it'll make it look more like a wood piece. I don't know about y'all, but I love pedestals and risers, and I have made several for my home. Now I'm going to take a scrap piece of wood that I have, and I will leave the measurements of this down below. But it's just a piece that I had on hand. I'm going to go over it with some white linen chalk paint, give it a couple of coats, and let it dry. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use some graphics that I got off the Graphics Fairy. I printed those on the tissue paper. I love using this method. I was having so much fun doing this technique on this day. But just go around, cut around it really well, cut off as much of the tissue paper as you can. And I learned that it was better to work it and cut it while it was still taped to the printer paper, because it gives that tissue paper a little bit more structure. And again, just use your decoupage medium, your Mod Podge, or your liquid patina, and just work side to side and apply it down really well using your little foam brush, and just make sure to go over the top and seal it really well. Now this was a really cute little riser to make, and once you get little pedestals and risers made, these make great pieces that you can set out any time of the year. But I love setting these out, especially for spring and summer, just to go along with my florals and my greenery. And this right here just made a really pretty piece, and this was free to me because I used just a piece of scrap wood and a piece of tissue paper and put a design on it. Now y'all know I always have these craft feet on hand. These I got at Lowe's, but sometimes it's hard to find these, but I know that Hobby Lobby also offers these. So you may can find these at Hobby Lobby over in the hardware aisle. Now I'm just going to apply them using hot glue, but if you want more of a secure bond to it, I would suggest using Type Bond wood glue. Now I applied all 4 of my feet, and now we got a great little pedestal and riser that we can set out. And make sure to go over the top of it and seal it really well with a good sealer or the DIY liquid patina. Another project that I worked on was this cute little cutting board that I got at Goodwill. Now, I've already done a DIY project on this and did a video on it, but I'm going to reuse it. And y'all know I love to reuse projects as I go. Now, I paid $2 for this. It was a beautiful painted flower on that side, but I'm going to go with the side that I used before, and I'm going to go over and freshen it up with some white linen chalk paint. I gave it a couple coats. I let it dry, then I'm going to go around and I'm going to distress all the edges really well. Now, once I got my piece distressed, I decided I wanted to put this beautiful bunny on it. And y'all, this is one of my favorite IOD stamps. Now, this bunny I will have linked down below on what stamp sheet it comes on, but you get several stamps on the sheet with the bunny. But I love him, and I have used him so many times on a lot of my projects. But you just, again, want to ink him down. I'm using black IOD ink and the IOD stamp pad. Just stamp him down really good with the black ink. Apply him to the cutting board. Make sure he adheres really well. Then let him dry. Now I'm going to show you another project using the tissue paper graphic. This is how I did it. You just want to cut down a piece of tissue paper that's a little bit smaller than the size of your paper. And my paper, I think, is like just a regular size piece of paper, 8 by 10. And you want to go around and just tape down all the edges that you can, just to make sure it doesn't hang on anything once it goes through your printer. Now, I wasn't sure how this was going to work, but actually it worked out great. Now, I did mine face up, just send your graphic to your printer that you designed. And this is another one that I designed in Canva. And y'all, I designed these. It didn't take very long at all to design these graphics. Once I decided, what I wanted to print out, because I wanted to make some things that were spring and summer that were like fresh flowers and flower market type graphics. So I thought this one was really pretty, and I just used some design elements that they had and made this little ornate detail that went around the fresh flowers. But like I say, once you get into Canva, you'll see all the things that they have to offer to make your graphics really pop. So I just cut this one out. Again, this is a pedestal riser that I've made in a previous video, and I've made a couple of these. One, I painted it with a cashew, more color, and I have that in my kitchen, and I have it displaying my utensils. And this one right here, I just went over and I've used it on a couple of projects and put different graphics on it. But I just refreshed it with some white chalk paint, and then I have it distressed. And of course, it's got those same feet. I love those feet. And anytime I find them at Lowe's, I always pick up, a couple of packages of them, so I'll have them on hand. And so I'm just applying this one the same way using DIY liquid patina, and you'll want to go over your whole project with your decoupage medium once you get it done and seal the top. And now we got a beautiful little pedestal riser that I think just screams spring and summer. Now I want to show y'all some cute little grain feed sacks that I got from my friend Jackie at Ruth and Ruby, and I'm going to have these little bags linked below. These little things are so cute, and they come with that little blue stripe down them, and they've got a cute little handle. They're very rustic looking, but I'm going to give you a couple ideas of things that you can do to style these in your home. You can put just an empty paint can down in it and then add some pretty florals and greenery, or we can add to it. I'm going to add a really pretty little mesh stencil that I just received, and I'm going to have these mesh stencils linked below, but you get a whole sheet, and these are new for springtime. But I cut this one out. I'm going to use it. Of course, these are self-adhesive. And once I got it placed on my sack, now I'm going to insert a little piece of cardboard so my paint does not bleed through. But I'm using Waverly ink chalk paint, and you just want to take a small scraper. You just scrape your paint across the mesh stencil and it applies. And that is as easy as that. And you can add any kind of a design to your little sacks, but I just want to give y'all some ideas if you order these little sacks, and they're so cute, of things that you can do with them to decorate them for your home. Now I want to introduce y'all to a beautiful tray I just received. Now this is going to be in my Amazon store, but I absolutely love this. Now this has got some little ornate feet to it. So this piece right here is absolutely beautiful. Y'all saw it just styled with the little bags that I had, but just to give y'all some ideas, these pieces like this are actually, they're just timeless. You can use these for all the seasons, leave them out all through the year, but I know I'm going to love styling this tray. So I'm going to leave a link to this down below, so if you're interested in some new pieces for your home, I highly recommend this little tray. Another really cute decor piece that I have just added to my home decor is this beautiful little distress 2-tier tray. Now all you do is you assemble it, and it's very easy. It just comes in 4 little pieces. Once you get it assembled, this is a great piece to set out on your vanity in a bathroom. You could put candies on this. You can put vintage items, jewelry. The sky's the limit with this little piece. I am so excited to get this and start using it. I'm going to style it a few ways with you just to show you how cute it is. Now this is a smaller size little tier tray, but that's what I love about it. It's a different size than all the other tier trays that I have. So I'm going to have this link down below, but this is also in my Amazon store. Another decor item I just received I want to share with y'all is this beautiful little heart tassel beaded garland. Now I don't know about y'all, but I love beaded garlands of all kinds, and I decorate in my home using a lot of beaded garland. But just wanted to bring this one along to y'all. It's very budget friendly, so if you're interested with this, I'm going to have this link below. But this makes such a great addition to add to your vignettes when you need just a little something more of a detail to add your florals in your vignettes. This right here just adds that special touch. Another decor item that I truly love is mannequins, and I have a mannequin collection, and I collect them of all sizes. Now, I was so excited when I run across these two the other day at Salvation Army. I got both of these. They were $3 each. So I'm going to show you some styling details for these. Just anytime you see little mannequins of any kind, pick those up. They're so pretty to style them with our really pretty vintage items and our pearls, and they make a great display for spring and summertime. Another decor item that I absolutely love is white wreaths. And it's a little hard to find them, and a lot of times if you do find them, to be in good quality. This one right here I've been eyeing for a long time. I finally bit the bullet and I ordered it, and I'm so glad I did. I'm going to have this wreath linked down below. It's a large size, but it is a beautiful white eucalyptus leaf. Now this can be left out all year long. It does have little mini pine cones on it, so this would be perfect for the winter time also. But I absolutely love this. I just added a bow to it, and I'm just going to let you see how beautiful this displays and what a beautiful piece this will add to your spring and your summer vignettes. Alright y'all, I have some exciting news. My friend Julie over at Julie's Designs and Signs and my dear friend Jackie at Ruth and Ruby, all three of us are going to get together in Jasper, Georgia on June the 10th, and we are going to hold an Inspire Me workshop from 10 to 5. I'm going to leave a link down below in my description box with all the details and information. There will be limited seating for this event, but I hope you'll go out, join, get your reservations, make plans to come and do some crafting with Julie, Jackie, and I. We'd love to meet all of you. Okay, y'all, that is going to wrap up today's video. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, I have a new YouTube channel, y'all, so make sure to go over and subscribe to it, Teresa Greene. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel also, so we can stay connected. I've got a lot of content coming your way. As always, I appreciate y'all, I love y'all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.